Hey, if you're a busy professional and you feel behind on AI, you're probably not really behind. You're just feeling a bit overloaded. So what I'm going to show you today are 5 different tasks that you can do in ChatGPT that will save you easily 10 plus hours a week. And none of these require you to master AI. It just requires some simple thought and a strategy. So let's take a look at the first one. Task number 1, turning client calls into content. Now, if you're having important client calls every week, that's content right there. But most people get off that call and then they go to create content and they're starting from scratch, and that's a huge waste of time. Let me show you what I mean. After I finish a client call, instead of staring at a blank page, I just paste the transcript of that call directly into ChatGPT. Then I give it very specific instructions. Extract 3 LinkedIn post ideas, 1 short email newsletter draft, and 5 reusable insights. The key here is clarity. The more specific you are, the better the output you get. Now watch what happens. It immediately structures 3 strong post angles based entirely on the real conversation. That's content I would have normally spent 30 to 45 minutes outlining myself. Then it drafts an email version already framed, already organized, using language pulled directly from the session. And finally, it extracts reusable insights that can become future posts, workshops, or frameworks. Instead of starting from zero every time, you're leveraging the conversations you're already having. Imagine doing that after every client call that you have. That alone would save you hours a week. Let's move on to the second one. Task number 2, writing proposals in minutes. Now, most professionals start writing proposals from scratch every single time. But if you've already got your discovery notes, there's no need to do that. You've already got everything you need. Let's look at how you can use ChatGPT to structure those notes and thoughts very quickly. I paste my discovery notes into ChatGPT and I tell it exactly what I want. A clear problem statement, a structured 3-phase solution, and a confident closing. Instead of staring at formatting and wording, it organizes my thinking for me. Notice something important here. I'm not outsourcing my expertise, I'm outsourcing the blank page problem. Now I can edit and refine this instead of starting from zero. That shift alone can cut proposal time in half easily. Now let's look at another powerful one. Okay, task number 3, turning messy ideas into a framework. If you're like me, you probably think out loud a lot. I have a lot of voice notes, bullet points, and random things that I've written down in a lot of places. Well, instead of manually organizing all that yourself, you can use ChatGPT as a thinking partner to help you organize that for you. Let's take a look. I paste my messy brainstorming notes into ChatGPT and I ask it to turn them into a structured 5-step framework. Within seconds, it organizes scattered thoughts into something coherent. And this is where AI becomes really powerful, not because it replaces you, because it removes a lot of that mental friction. You're still bringing the insight, it just accelerates the clarity. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by your own ideas, this one alone is a game changer. Now let's look at number 4. Task number 4, personalized client follow-ups. Following up with your clients is extremely important, but writing those messages and those emails can take a lot of time. But with the right context, ChatGPT can write something specific and supportive and help you cut that time in half. Let's take a look. I give it the client's name, their goal, their current struggle, and the tone I want. The result isn't generic. It's structured, encouraging, and aligned with the client's situation. Again, I review and adjust, but instead of spending 10 minutes writing from scratch, I spend 2 or 3 minutes refining it. Now multiply that across many clients per week, and you really start to see where the time savings add up. Now, let's take a look at the 5th and the most important one. Task number 5, building simple weekly AI workflows. Now, AI is not about just using a bunch of prompts, it's about systems. If you spend 30 minutes designing a simple structured workflow, you will be gaining leverage and time that you can get back every week. Let's take a closer look at this. I asked ChatGPT to help me design a weekly system that saves time on content, client communications, and planning. It lays out a repeatable structure, including some reusable prompts. This is where you stop reacting to AI and you start using it intentionally. One simple system like this can save you hours every week. So here's the big idea. You don't need to master AI. You just need 3 to 5 workflows that remove the friction from some things that you're already doing. Start with one of these this week, and I guarantee you'll already start to feel the difference. Hey, if this was helpful, please subscribe, give it a like, and share it with somebody else that you know that might benefit from this. I share practical AI workflows for professionals that want results, not overwhelm. And please join me in the next video. Thanks for watching.